going on, everybody? Back again here for Rolling Out Star Studio. Your host, Malik Brown, of course, here at Star Studio. We talk to those amazing people in the entertainment industry doing amazing things. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm with a special guest. I'm with the biggest, man. Y'all already know what it is. I'm with the biggest. Gail Bean in the building, man. What's going on?
Gail Bean, Big Bean. Yeah. What's up? The biggest?
The biggest, man. Gail, what's going on? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know, it's been a beautiful day. We in Atlanta. We in the city.
For sure. We in the city. We outside.
We outside. We outside. Outside, not inside.
Right. Facts. Well, Gail, thank you so much for coming on, of course, just to be here. I know we met a couple weeks ago at Rhapsody's listening party, and I was like, man, I felt like it's so divine.
Please don't cry.
I'm not gonna cry. But I reached out to you last year on the same day that I met you, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. So
this is crazy. So divine.
For sure.
Even with like being at Rhapsody's event. Yeah. Her album, man.
Yeah, it's special.
Her album is transcending.
Yeah.
Across generations.
Who's your favorite artist?
My favorite artist? Mm-hmm. I'm very biased. So my favorite artists are Atlanta artists.
For sure.
Outkast, T.I., Monica,
True.
Lotto.
True.
You know, I'm a...
I respect it. Well, look,
Wait a minute, though.
Oh, go ahead.
Honorable mention to Chance the Rapper.
Chance about to show out now. He got a few.
He's amazing, okay?
I love
Honorable mention to Chance the Rapper. J.I.D. is one of my favorites.
True.
Earth Gang is one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. J. Cole is phenomenal. Like, it's extensive.
For sure. Well, look, I know you mentioned the East Side rapper. He's from the East Side. I'm from the East Side as well.
Okay, and I'm from the East Side.
Okay, what part of the East Side you from?
I'm from Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain. All right, so I came from Decatur, so Wesley Chapel.
Okay.
So we're gonna play a little game, Gail. We're gonna play a little game. You say you're from the East Side, but do you really know the East Side?
I do. I know the East Side. I know old East Side now.
We about to see.
These new schools.
So I got about like eight questions for you.
Okay, 8 is my favorite number.
No multiple choice. They should come to your head immediately. All right. First question, I'm gonna give you an easy one. You say you're from Stone Mountain. What is the main attraction, historical site in Stone Mountain?
Stone Mountain Park.
All right, there we go. I got started off with it easy. All right,
she
doing good, y'all. She won for one. She won for one. We're gonna go number 2. All right, now there is one place that middle schoolers and high schoolers would go on Saturday, and at the end of the night, they go into the party room.
Golden Glide. Come on.
All right.
I knew the answer before the question was finished.
All right. Did you go to Golden Glide?
I did. I did.
Every Saturday.
I did. Not every Saturday. You know, some Saturdays I went Atrium.
For sure.
But I was outside.
Okay. All right, she's 2 for 2, y'all. She's 2 for 2.
Okay.
All right, number 3. American Deli is a staple beyond East Side, but there's one restaurant that people go to and is packed throughout the day.
JJ's. On Keller Road.
Oh man.
Come on.
She doing it, y'all. She doing it. What's your order from JJ's? What you get from JJ's?
I'm gonna get the whole catfish.
True.
I'm gonna get the whole wings.
True.
I want the extra crack on it. Give me the hot sauce. Give me some fried okra. Give me one of them juices. All of it. Come on now. Come on.
All right, respect. All right, 4. All right. Now, this used to be a popular mall,
okay.
But people only go here now to take their sneaky links to the movies.
You must be talking about somewhere in Conyers.
Because
we're not talking. You can't be talking about South DeKalb Mall.
I'm not talking about South DeKalb Mall.
Stonecrest?
I'm not talking about Stonecrest.
Oh, sneaky links to the movies. North DeKalb Mall.
North DeKalb Mall.
See, you threw me off when you said it was a popular mall, and then when you said sneaky link to the movies, because it used to be Conyers, people would go way out
to
Conyers. I've never been. I wouldn't know. I didn't never have a sneaky link.
Neither.
But I said link. But North DeKalb Mall, of course,
for sure. Mm-hmm. I felt like some people now. A couple years ago, I think it used to be Stonecrest. But I don't think the movie theater is open at Stonecrest anymore. They've changed it like different times or something like that. Because it used to be AMC.
Yes.
And then they changed it to something else. But I don't see people going in that movie theater anymore. So, But North DeKalb, yes, North DeKalb Mall.
North
All
DeKalb.
right, okay,
Some people
cool.
go to North Lake too, but
True,
North
North
DeKalb.
Lake. True. Okay, all right. I got some more. All right. Now, if your parents didn't want to drive out to Austell to go to Whitewaters, you'll go to this place. It was way cheaper and an easier option.
The Aquatic Center on Rockbridge?
No. It's a water park. But where is the water park, though?
It's a water park over here on the east side?
Yes.
Oh, I ain't never been there before.
Browns Mill.
Oh, okay. People do go to Browns Mill. People go. I've never been to Browns Mill, but people go.
Where
people
did you go?
Wade Walker Pool.
Wade Walker, true.
We just went to the pool at Wade Walker Park or to the Aquatic Center right down Rockbridge.
Okay. I respect that. Okay. All right. So you about
YMCA, boys and YMCA.
Okay. All right, bet. I'll take that. All right. Two more questions. I got three. All right. Now, if you desperately need gas and you want to turn up at the same time, you'll go to this gas station on this street. They always say it's a party there, it's clubbing.
Well, for me, when I grew up, it was Quick Trip over there off of and it just depends on what high school you go to. But we went to the Quick Trip off of Rockbridge.
Okay.
So that's one. Or you can go to the one over there off of Wesley Chapel.
True.
Is it the racetrack? Is it a racetrack right there off of Wesley Chapel?
It's not a racetrack on Wesley Chapel. It's a QT though.
It's a QT. Okay, off of Wesley Chapel. So you got the Quick Trip on Wesley Chapel. You got the Quick Trip on Rockbridge and South Deshaun.
But there's a QT in the specific place that people are like, don't go to. Panola.
By the Waffle House?
By the Waffle House.
Oh, I go there.
Stay away. You're probably good over there.
I go there. But the Waffle House do be closed during certain hours because they're like of shooting and you can only order from call-in. You can't even go inside.
That Waffle House is kind of like ducked off too. Like you got to go like in the
back.
It's
behind the gas station. It's in the back. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Now this is hilarious. All right. Now this road is similar to the Las Vegas Strip. It consists of restaurants, clothing shops, a gym, even a jail. That should have
Memorial Drive.
That should have gave it away. The jail should have gave it away.
I got my first tattoo off of Memorial Drive. My tattoo artist is now dead, deceased. Sorry.
Man, R.I.P.
But yeah, Memorial Drive. You get
anything from Memorial
Drive.
You get your tag, whatever. You get anything from there.
I used to go to a chiropractor on Memorial Drive.
They had a chiropractor?
Chiropractor, jail, like you said, tattoos, shopping, DTLR. I would go to the Waffle House on Memorial Drive.
Yep,
Checkers.
They had a wing spot. They had everything.
Auto shop, motel, hotel. Yeah.
They got a bank too. They got a couple
banks. I went to the gym, Jams, where I cheered at.
Jams.
Went to the gym on Memorial Drive.
Man. They got a Popeyes over there now too.
What?
Yeah, where that it's a that office supply store.
Kroger. They got everything.
They got everything over there. That is literally the Las Vegas Strip. All right, last question. Okay. What famous restaurant was inside of South DeKalb Mall?
Famous?
Well, it's not famous.
It ain't Papa
Popeyes? No. I wouldn't say popular, but the sign was outside of the mall. Start with a P. She's cheating.
Oh, Piccadilly's. See, when I go to South DeKalb Mall,
where'd you go?
Lord, Fletcher's. To me, that's the famous restaurant.
Okay, true.
Fletcher's at South DeKalb. I mean, Stonecrest cool, but Fletcher's at South DeKalb. That's my famous restaurant.
I respect it.
That's the staple.
That's the staple. I ain't gonna lie. Now look,
but Piccadilly's was there because I was like, nobody's gonna go there.
I never went to that Piccadilly's, but I just remember always seeing the sign. I don't even think I've ever been to a Piccadilly's. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, I've been.
I've never been to a Piccadilly's. I don't know.
You had a blessed and a very financial upbringing because I done been to Piccadilly's.
All right, you did.
You had two parents in your household?
Nah, just one.
Okay.
Only child. She said you had two. We went to Wendy's a lot. Wendy's, Red Lobster.
Oh, okay.
I love. She said. But you did pretty good. You did pretty good. That was good. Give it a clap. All right. So you certified East Side. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm the queen of the East. Come on now.
Now, Gail,
big East Side.
For sure. Now, how did this East Side girl become this actress that everybody knows? Like, where did it all start for you?
Honestly, it just started with me believing that I could do anything I set my mind to.
Mm.
It started with me developing an amazing work ethic, thanks to my friends and my family and a lot of my teachers in my village growing up. I did not know for certain that I wanted to be an actress. My dream has matured and grown so much
Yeah.
since I've had my very first dream. You know, I used to want to do hair. I wanted to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. I wanted to be a photographer. I wanted to be a lawyer and be the next female Johnny Cochran. And then at some point, I said, I thoroughly enjoy acting, performing. I thoroughly enjoy practicing, and the adrenaline rush of you have one time to put all of your practice and all of your research and studying to the test
For
to
sure.
see if you can cut it.
Yeah.
So I was a senior in high school at Stevenson High School in Dr. Narker's drama class, and I just had fun.
Yeah.
I didn't even know acting was a career that people did
You thought it
and
was
that
just
people got
something-
paid for.
Yeah.
And I took the class and I learned a little bit more about it. And I said, okay, I was a senior. Like I said, at the time, I wanted to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Yeah.
Did not know how much money they made. I just thought, oh, that's something cool. I can do that. And when I found out acting was something that a person could do, I said, I want to do this. I want to move to LA. I want to be this actress.
Yeah.
My mom was a high school teacher. She said, no, you have to go to college and you have to major in something that you can get a job in.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And it cannot be acting. So I went to college. I got an accounting degree. But my senior year, I just held on to the dream. I did other things in between, of course. When in college, I didn't do any acting. I didn't take acting classes. Well, during the summer, I came home and I took acting classes here in Atlanta. But for the most part, I didn't tell people that it was something I wanted to do or that I was passionate about. When I was at college, I was solely a college student, like Student Government Association. I was really involved. I was a cheerleader. I was a Delta. I am a Delta.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
know, I did so much just to be immersed in the college world. I did not take acting classes in college. I took public speaking and I took a voice and diction class, but not so it could contribute to my acting. I just took it because I felt it was essential and it seemed like a cool thing to take.
Yeah, for sure. For you, I guess, who were some of those people that you kind of looked up to when it came to acting, like the actresses or any shows that you kind of enjoy watching? What were some of those for you?
So I I think everybody watched Moesha.
For sure.
One-on-One. You know,
Sure.
some of those shows, I watched The Brady Bunch. I looked up to actresses like Ruby Dee. I looked up to Denzel Washington, Alfre Woodard, Whitney Houston, Loretta Devine. Of course, all the girls, all the women from Waiting to Exhale. I looked up to Forrest Whitaker. I just was honored to see Black people, you know, and I looked up to several white people too, as well. So, I mean, Brandy Huzzy, same birthday. She's a little older than me, but she's an actress. I looked up to her. And just watching people chase their dreams in the industry and not in the industry, just having a passion for something and going for it and succeeding.
For sure.
So
definitely. For you, I guess, do you remember your first role or the first thing that you kind of like auditioned for? You remember your first audition?
My first audition?
Yes.
Wow. I do not remember my very first audition, but I do remember the first time that I booked something. It was a short film. It was called Her Story. And it was for a filmmaker at SCAD. So it was a student film.
Yeah.
And it was just a really amazing project to be a part of. I wasn't the lead, but I was just so happy to be there and be on set. I also remember the first time I did background work. I think I've only done background work twice. It was a show on BET. I cannot remember the name of the show, but I think Ron Riccio, I think that's how you say his name. He was in it, the lead, one of the lead males from Survivor's Remorse. He was in it, and I just remember sitting there watching and just being wowed and learning set etiquette, watching them and soaking it all in. And then I booked a play here in Atlanta called Diamonds Aren't Forever. The director was Tobias. I cannot remember how to say Tobias' last name, but we actually did the play at a school that my mom was teaching at.
Wow.
It was very amazing. I had a smaller part, and I was just very happy to contribute in any way. I was very excited about it. So, though I remember moments that really stand out and contribute to where I am today.
For sure. when did Snowfall come into play? When did you get into that?
So I was taking a class here in Atlanta, Georgia, and Lalanya Abner was my acting coach at the time. She was the head of AOA, which is no longer around, but she had a really great conglomerate and collective of artists. It was called Alchemy of Acting. And she's really great friends with John Singleton. So he came down one time. She would always have like guests. And it was majority Black students, people of color, because we had some Asians, we had some other ethnicities. So it was really nice to see other people of color in the industry come speak to us about things that we would eventually face.
Yeah.
And John Singleton came in. I always knew I wanted to work with him. I knew his work from way, way back when. Boys in the Hood. I've looked up to like Regina King, and he came. I saw John. I was like, man, I've always wanted to work with him. It felt that much closer. It felt that much more real. So then when Snowfall came about, I heard about it and I reached out. I sent an email to my reps like, hey, Snowfall pilot is casting. John Singleton has a project coming up. Snowfall is a pilot. It's casting. And they said, it's already been cast. There aren't any roles left really for me at the capacity at which they feel it would be worth it. So then when the pilot was recasting, I said, hey, it's recasting. Can we, they were like, no, it's nothing, just we're on it, So then season 2 was coming around. They had shot the pilot. Season 1 was great. It was a success. I got an email audition notice to audition for the role of Wanda Bell.
Yeah. Wow.
And I manifested it, but it was also, I felt like that role was written for me.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, for people that watch Snowfall, I mean, just your character, it went through like a roller coaster kind of.
She did.
And at the end, I mean, it was kind of wonderful. It was a wonderful moment at the end. So I know at the beginning, of course, everything was good. And then towards middle part, that's when, get into the drugs and stuff like that. For you, how did you kind of dive into that role? Was there any like extensive thing that you had to do that you like lock yourself into like a room for like this amount of like, how was that for you?
I have to big up to the writers. Like the writers' room on Snowfall is truly, they're one of one.
Mm-hmm.
They really are irreplaceable. And I pray that they all work for the end of their days, because to write a fully well-rounded, fleshed out character, I mean, you can't ask for a better arc in a character. And I didn't know the fate of Wanda when I first stepped into it. All I knew was that she was a roundaway girl dating one of the local drug dealers.
Yeah.
And I was very excited to just, be a character in the 80s in LA, really bring that LAism to it. And LAism is definitely not a word. I made that up. Hopefully it sticks. But bring that LAism to it and just be the fly young girl dating a dude with money.
Yeah.
And when I read that she got hooked on drugs, I was like, wait a minute.
So what do you mean by
What's
that?
happening? What's happening here? Oh, we're going there. And I was like, let's do it. Let's do it. So I never judge any characters. I'm always open and welcome to tell somebody's story. And I take it very serious and try to tell it with as much empathy and humanity as I possibly can. So it's not taken as a farce and it's not made a mockery or satire. And I just kind of really broke it down to the basics of the humanity of Wanda, but also of the addiction of something, craving something, and showing how this could happen to anybody, And I took that and I looked at own personal experiences that I've witnessed firsthand from my family members, because every single Black person in the world has been affected by the drug epidemic. So I just really did my research and I looked at documentaries like J is for Junkie, and which came out of Atlanta, and I looked at documentaries like Soft White Underbelly, which is on YouTube, and followed the story of the young lady Amanda. And I did interviews with people in LA, people who lived through the 80s, who experienced that and saw it firsthand, whether it be their mother or because all of the addicts that are in my family, by the time I was born, they were already addicts. So I didn't see or know how it happened. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't correct. It wasn't like, oh, I knew you as a person. Like, to be honest, when we look at the girl from, what's the movie, the show with LL Cool J, In the House? Is that it? In the House with LL Cool J, and the beautiful young lady Maya, who is now going through life. Unfortunately, the harshest parts of life, right? We know and we've seen her before. So we have empathy for that. But like people who we haven't seen, we sometimes don't even look at them or even think that that could be us or empathize with them and have a soft spot for them. So I didn't come from knowing the addicts in my family prior to that, to know, the empathy that they have. But I learned and grew a lot through playing Wanda because it was like, whoa, you didn't see this coming. You don't expect it. You don't wake up and say, you know what, I want to get hooked on drugs.
Right.
Let me try some crack to see where to take me.
Yeah.
You don't. That's not the mentality of anybody. Nobody wants to be an addict. They didn't ask for this. It just happened. So I just kind of really did the research and took it serious on kind of seeing a journey of what other Black people who have fell victim to have gone through and not even knowing how it has affected everybody around them. From there, I meet people who are super successful now, who are mayors, who are like, oh yeah, that was my mom, who are leading the charge in some of our initiatives and political campaigns, who are presidents of companies, who are phenomenal role models, who are like, that was my mom, that was my sister, that was a girl that I dated, or who are psychologists and therapists who are like, that was me. So
no, that's real. I think a lot. I think we definitely have to show more empathy for a lot of situations, a lot of people, because we don't know how things started. We don't know how they got there. So, and it was good to see kind of like your character. We were able to empathize with her because we saw what happened in the time that you went through that, and then the way you bounced back. And the bounce back, like I talked about, going to Ghana and everything like that. You were already thinking about staying in Ghana, like for real, right?
No, for real. Yes. So at the time, immediately after we shot the final our episode of Snowfall in Ghana, right after that was the Black Star Festival that Chance the Rapper and Vic Mensa was doing. I wanted to go so bad. I really wanted to stay because we only got to, so that whole episode was originally written as myself and Isaiah John, who plays Leon, our episode, and they cut it down significantly. So we only ended up shooting and being in Ghana for about 7 days. We worked 6 days. And I didn't want to come back because I was like, you know what? We're about to go and break for Christmas break. So why don't we just stay?
Yeah.
They were like, no, they're going to need you to shoot a few days before break. And I wanted to stay so bad. So when Wanda was asking Leon, can we just stay?
you were really saying that.
Listen,
like
Gail Bean was really asking production. I was really pleading with that camera, like, can we just stay? Like, we don't have to go back. Because you have no idea how many times I was like, can we rework the schedule? Is there no way? Do we have to? Like,
are we
sure we can't shoot this?
Yeah, right.
Because one, I just could not fathom going to Ghana and and now it's not a crazy long flight, but it's long enough.
Right.
Okay. From New York to DC, I think it's like a 9-hour situation.
Golly.
Yeah. So I was definitely wanting to stay in real life. That was not acting. That was
real.
That was me. Okay.
When you heard your name for the NAACP award, and you walked across the stage and things like that, what was going through your mind? What was that message that you wanted to give to those young girls out there that saw you and they're inspired by what you've done through your career and things of that sort?
I'm going to be honest. When I heard my name, I could not believe it. And I couldn't. Absolutely. The only things that went through my mind was thank you, God, and thank you, ancestors. Because before that, I was sitting at the table and all I could think was, if you don't win, I kept telling myself, do not make a face. Just make a blank face. Just make a blank face. Just make a blank face. Don't be disappointed. Don't be too happy if you don't win. Don't be too disappointed. Don't cry. Like, because I had been nervous the whole day. I really wanted it.
Yeah.
I really wanted this for so many reasons. But I didn't just want it for me. I wanted it across the board. I wanted Eamon to win. He deserved it. I wanted Damson to win. He deserved it. I wanted Snowfall to win. We deserved it. I just really, I wanted to win.
Yeah.
So when I won, I couldn't believe it. I was just in such gratitude, extreme gratitude. And I couldn't think of anything but thank you, God. Thank you, ancestors. And I swear, I wanted it as well for all of the Black people that watch, that come after, to know the dream is real. For the girls and the guys right here on the east side of Atlanta to know that you could do this without going to Juilliard, without going to Yale, without going to Harvard. It doesn't make you any less than. It's in you. Yeah. And all you got to do is still apply the same work ethic, still hone your craft, still show up humble and willing to be better every day. I wanted them to, it meant so much to me, to my family, anybody who has a dream, to know that God can put us on the highest mountain and set our table and have us eat in front of everybody, in front of the world to see. So I was just really happy because I know how hard I worked, but I also know how hard the people around me work with me and for me. And I wanted this for us because it was a vote of the people. It was a public vote. Right. So, man, through my mind, I honestly just could not believe it. I just felt like, wow. Yeah. Wow. And we ain't even touched the surface, but that was my first award. Yeah. My and first win.
Plenty more to come.
I received that.
Come on now, receive that.
I received that. I felt like, John definitely, everybody, Tash Gray, Walter Mosley, Janine Daniels, Leon, Leonard Chang, Dave Andron, Trevor, John LeBou, Julie DeJoy, everybody, all of FX, everybody, Isaiah John, everybody helped do this. And I just felt like, they see us. They see us. I felt seen. Yeah. Right? Because for so long, there's so many things that make us feel invisible. And we just remain invisible. Yeah. And I felt seen.
For sure. Nah, that's dope.
I also thought, don't cry. Whatever you do, because I usually don't cry, but I wanted to cry.
I think it's a good moment to cry, and at that point,
I didn't want to mess up my makeup.
All right, I respect it. I respect it. Now, the rise of like Black TV and Black films, I think it's been like amazing. But I feel like it was sometime last year they were like cutting down all the shows and stuff like that. Just, I mean, when you first of all just talk about the rise, like I mean, you have the shows like the Snowfalls, the All Americans, the Bel Airs, all those shows. Like, how big, important is it for Black film to be kind of like at the top and continue to like push out and do things for the community and stuff and show stories and show our stories? How big is that?
I think it's very major because representation matters to show not just the Power Universe just celebrated 10 years. Mm-hmm. That's amazing. That's beautiful. I love that 50 Cent has put so many Black people in another financial tax bracket. Yeah. I think that is amazing. I love that Donald Glover does that. I love that Issa Rae does that. There's so many, Gina Prince Blythewood, Mara Brock Akil. I love that Katori Hall. Yeah. We're making names and giving people a whole nother world and introducing our stories that are real or fantasy and haven't been told and should deserve to be told. Because again, it's the visibility. That's what I think is the most important. It's the visibility, seeing the Black shows. I came up with the Wayans brothers, the Jamie Foxx, the Martins, the One-on-One, the Moeshas. There's so many Black stories that I saw a different world, you know, and live in color to where it's necessary because it shows us in totality. Right? How you say Wanda was a full character, you love her arc. It shows our arc. Yeah. Right? Yeah. In all these lives, right? In fullness. So I think it's very important that we have them on TV, that we have Godfather of Harlem, The Chi, that we have a lot of the shows that have been taken off. Yeah. But the shows that are coming, that we have the Black Cake. I think Black Cake is so amazing because it's Caribbeans. Yeah. Right? And they haven't been able to be represented other than like the Caribbean drug dealers. Yeah, right. Or it's like the Caribbean house keeper. So finally we see something where not only are they on TV or not only are they an immigrant, but they made something of themselves. Right, true. Because that is also their story. You know? I think that helps encourage us to grow and become more. You may not be an actor, you may not write a show, but this is your life that may be lived out on TV. Your life that can happen. So I think it's very important with bridging the gap.
For sure, yeah.
Bridging the wealth gap, bridging the success gap. You know, bridging the visibility gap.
Yeah, need that.
Yes, and also to everybody else, showing that we're human.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for sure.
Yeah. To one another as well. Yeah, because we're not just being killed by other ethnicities.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
I love it. I love this for us.
That's real. I just saw that you are about to be in another. Is it a film or a show?
It's a film.
It's a film. It's a thriller, correct?
A psychological thriller.
Psychological thriller.
Both Eyes Open. The director is Ariel Julia Hairston.
Yeah. How big is that? How excited are you for that?
It's major because I'm the lead, but I'm also the executive producer and producer.
Hey, clap it up. Yeah.
You know yes, it was it's a new level. And I did, one of the things I said was I want to gain exposure as a producer and a writer. So I'm very happy about that. I also, stealing off the back of what Kelvin Harrison Jr. said, or it might be Kelvin Harris Jr. Is he the Kelvin Harris Jr. or Kelvin Harrison Jr.? But phenomenal Black man nonetheless. Amazing young Black brother who love his work, love him as a human being. His spirit is just so beautiful. And he was speaking on how once you reach a certain level and as you climb, you know that you can do for others that help bring and shine a light to help bring us up.
For sure.
So I was happy that I was able to be a part of Ariel's project because she's the writer director of it, and then bring others along with me. And it's like, okay, I have this influence as the lead, but I also have a little bit of notoriety as Gail Bean to where I might can get, maybe I might can get some motion going on. Yes, let me sign on and be a part of it. Yes, I would love to, be a part of it as executive producer and being an active executive producer and producer, not just in name only. But using my influence, but also using my little, I got some favors. I got some favors. I got some financial favors.
Yeah, you know.
So, but very, very happy to be a part of that and be able to shine a light on others because, one day Ariel will win an Oscar for directing. She is a phenomenal director and a phenomenal Black woman. People listen to her and she doesn't have to yell. She doesn't have to be condescending. She doesn't have to be rude. And I wanted to give that experience because I feel like with certain projects, you have the due diligence, you have the responsibility to decide as the lead to set the tone. Now, not as the lead, but just being a number on the call sheet, whatever the number it may be, you have the space to determine how people's experience with you will be.
Yeah, right.
So it's a difference. I could set the tone or I could be an experience, right? With Both Eyes Open, I was able to set the tone for the entire duration of filming. I worked every single day.
Yeah.
And it was a 12-hour day every single day. But what I could do is people seeing me not tired, people seeing me like enthusiastic, giving my all, still in a good attitude.
It's contagious.
It's contagious.
Contagious.
They're going to give that same effort and energy.
Right.
So it was a beautiful thing.
You got good energy.
Thank you.
That's a good thing in today's world to have good energy because, like I said, it's contagious and like it helps the next person. Like if you coming in a bad energy and things like the morale is going to be low, like, and you don't want that. So no, that's big. That's big.
That means you have good energy because I'm a reflection of what I receive.
Oh no, we got good. Hey, we both got energy. Hey, them Eastside people are different. I'm just saying, man, we just different. You
heard it here first. Now go tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. What would you consider your superpower?
I would consider my superpower my light, my ability to walk in a room and shine. They say light shines brightest in the dark. So my superpower would be my light.
If you were giving a speech at a HBCU or college, what would the title of that speech be and what would you tell the people?
God is within you. You cannot fail. And if you walk through life knowing that, not just believing it, because I was speaking to a young gentleman before and he told me, he said, what are your thoughts about God? I said, I believe in God. He said, no. I said, he told me he does not believe in God. I said, oh, I'm sorry. He said, no, don't feel sorry for me because I know God. I don't believe in God. I know in God. And I said, wow.
Difference. I ain't never heard that one before.
Wow.
That kinda hit.
So I would start with that. God is within you. You cannot fail. So don't just believe, no, because knowing is different. People tell me all the time, I'm trying. I say, you're not trying, you're doing. Yeah. So I would tell you if I was giving a speech at a HBCU. One, be mindful of what comes out of your mouth because your words do matter.
Sure.
Your words. So when someone says something to you, you decide whether you're going to receive it or you do not receive it. And watch what you say, not just about others, but about yourself, about your dreams, about your mindset. Pray, ask God to guide your actions, your thoughts, and your words. It's okay to take time before you speak. It's also okay to think before you do. Anything you want to do, you can achieve. But you have to apply yourself because it says in the Bible, faith without works is dead. So first, it's your work ethic. Take accountability and know if you gave 100% or if you gave 20%. Understand rest is very important because you can give 100% of the only 20% that you have because you're tired. So all you got today is 20. It still ain't enough. One, check your ego because we are very egotistical and very entitled. And that's not going to get you. It's only going to get you but so far. So check your ego.
Check it at the door.
At the door.
At the door, y'all.
But understand anything that you can do, anything you want to do, you can do. And last but not least, we are stronger together.
For sure.
Yeah.
Gail, thank you so much for coming by. Before you go, let the people know where they can find you. What's next? Where would she be? Where should we be finding you? Looking for you at?
You can find me on season 3 of P Valley because we're currently shooting and Big Roo is in the building.
Big Roo in the building.
Yes. You can also find me. I'm hearing something about a Snowfall spinoff, but I ain't gonna speak too much. You know what I'm saying? So you might see Wanda in the 90s in LA or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe you'll see her in Ghana. Stay tuned.
Or both.
Or both. Or both. You can also find me in Both Eyes Open. And I'm not even going to give away nothing about that because it is one that you just have to watch from start to finish and fall in love. You can find me in The Piano Lesson on Netflix coming out. Oh, I can't. They will release the date.
She can't say nothing about that one.
Yeah. You can find me in season 3 of Harlem. I'm very excited about The Piano Lesson. I'm very excited about Harlem. Harlem is a look that you have not seen from me before. It was a look that I have not seen from me before, and I was very happy and very excited. I play a venture capitalist girly, and yeah, it grew me. It grew me, Gail Bean, and it will also, I'm pretty sure, grow my career. The Piano Lesson, it was just a dream to work with Malcolm Washington. It is his directorial debut, and he was supported by his family. It was so beautiful seeing all the love and support that the Washingtons pour into one another, but allowing them to each have their own individuality. You can also find me All Things Dream Above the Influence, which is my nonprofit. So go to dreamaboveTheInfluence.org and check out all the things that we're doing. We recently awarded 22 students, graduating students in the metro Atlanta area with a scholarship, each in the amount of $1,913.
Ooh,
yes.
Clap it up.
That's good. All of my love scholarship, it's annual. So every year, if you're a high school senior in the metro Atlanta area, and metro Atlanta is big, y'all.
It is.
It's very big. All the counties, like big. If you in Georgia, you probably in metro Atlanta. So go apply. We're doing so much throughout the city. I'm very excited. You can find me in New York. I'll be in Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I'm everywhere. Just find me. Instagram, Gail Bean. If you type in Gail Bean, you'll find me. You'll find me.
Gail, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate everything. We're here supporting you, rolling out everything, all the work that you've done. We love you. Keep going, keep shining, keep inspiring.
Yes.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rolling Out. I love y'all.
Definitely. We are out, y'all. Rolling Out Star Studio, your host, Malik Brown, my special guest, Gail Bean, and we are out.